This man never imagined that during the skill awakening, his childhood friend awakened the once-in-a-century sword saint skill, while he only received the profession of a fruit farmer. From then on, the two parted ways. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, she would act like a stranger, as if afraid to be associated with him in any way. But what she didn't know was, ordinary people can only awaken one skill from a skill fruit, and eating a second one would cause instant death. However, Jack's awakened skill as a fruit master came with a hidden ability, which is immunity to all fruit toxins. But Jack didn't know this at first. He simply thought his profession only allowed him to gather more fruits, and shorten cultivation time. This made Jack feel very unwilling to accept his fate. He vaguely remembered that the two had promised to become adventurers together, but now, the fruit master skill he awakened had no combat ability at all, and didn't even qualify him to be the most basic adventurer. Seeing Jack so heartbroken, Anna decided to give up her sword saint skill, and planned to start a fruit farm with Jack. As soon as she said this, she was harshly reprimanded by the saintess. Someone with her talent is part of the backbone that protects the nation, and must not act on personal whims. Then the saintess forcibly took Anna to the holy capital. Since then, Jack wandered around the orchard every day. With the boost from his skill, the fruits Jack grew were all plump and full, and highly sought after. Sometimes Jack would think that tending the orchard and growing vegetables daily was actually a pretty pleasant life. But remembering his childhood dream of becoming an adventurer, Jack made time every day to strengthen his body. 3 months passed in the blink of an eye. Anna had already become an S-rank adventurer, but Jack's training remained stagnant. Just as Jack had come to terms with reality, an unexpected event occurred that day. While making dinner, Lisa saw 2 boxes of skill fruits at home, and picked 2 to add to the stew for that day. Speaking of Lisa, she was a stray girl the village chief had asked him to care for recently. Since coming here, Lisa had been very well behaved, and was mostly in charge of the meals at home. By the time Jack found out, he had already eaten quite a bit.
料理にスキルの実を入れたのか。
はい、美味しそうだったので。
2度食べれば中毒で必ず死に至る。
Just when Jack thought he was doomed, a few minutes passed unexpectedly, and Jack only felt a familiar heat in his body, without any pain at all. Then Lisa also felt her whole body heating up, and immediately awakened the rare appraisal skill. Using this skill, Lisa discovered Jack's skill panel showing immunity to fruit toxins, and another panel showing the awakening of the sword god skill. This could be considered a blessing in disguise. Then Jack immediately grabbed his sword and went to a tree stump to see if it was really true.
How どうやら俺はこの世で唯一の2つ目のスキルを持つ人間になってしまったらしい。
Jack finally fulfilled his wish to become an adventurer. This way, he could earn rewards. He could also practice his skills more. Only by doing so could he catch up with Anna as quickly as possible. Since it was his first time at the Adventurers Guild, an arrogant adventurer wanted to intimidate the newcomer, but Jack never even glanced at him. Seeing that Jack ignored him, the blonde man angrily drew his sword to teach Jack a lesson, but Jack easily blocked the attack. This former fruit vendor from the market actually blocked his full force slash with ease. This left the blonde man utterly shocked. He quickly made an excuse, saying he had something to do, then left with his teammates. After that, Jack accepted a slime extermination quest. He headed to the destination with Lisa. They soon found the target of the hunt. Through appraisal, Lisa discovered that this slime had stronger defensive skills than others of its kind. She warned Jack to be cautious. To be safe, Jack planned to sneak around and attack from behind, but before he could get close, he was already spotted. Helplessly, Jack drew his sword and charged forward. He expected a fierce battle, but with just one strike, the slime was instantly defeated. Jack's strength at that moment was terrifying. Even the ground cracked beneath him. Just as the two were about to gather materials and return to report, they suddenly heard cries for help from afar. The blonde man and his group hadn't expected a high-level ogre to appear in the beginner's area. Faced with its attacks, they could only dodge and flee. Out of kindness, Jack asked if they needed help, but upon seeing Jack, the blonde man immediately had a wicked idea. He led the ogre toward Jack's direction, trying to shift the ogre's attention to Jack. The three of them then retreated as fast as they could. Little did they know, this made Jack incredibly excited, simply because the fight with the slime had been too unsatisfying. Jack wanted to test the true extent of his strength. Just as the ogre was about to attack, Jack wrapped his sword in a layer of aura. He leapt into the air, ready to go all out in battle against the ogre.
パワーは最大。勝てる。やってやる。追いつくんだ。あいつに。献身式。レッキーマン。
This scene stunned the blonde man and his companions hiding in the corner. After returning to the guild, seeing what Jack brought back, materials from the slime and the ogre. Even the receptionist was shocked. She couldn't believe that a newly registered adventurer had actually defeated a high-level ogre. Fortunately, the blonde man and his group explained that they had witnessed it themselves. Only then did the receptionist believe it. And just at that moment, a commotion came from the guild entrance. It turned out the S-rank team had returned, and one of them was Anna. Jack excitedly stepped forward to greet her.
久しぶり。
人違いじゃないですか。